Now, let's go straight on to my next guest, former Scotland Yard detective, Peter Blexley. Morning, Peter.
Good morning.
Let's just play. Well, you start. I'll ask you a question. You start talking, and while we're doing it, we'll play the video of those shocking scenes in Oxford Street yesterday. They unfolded around about 4 in the afternoon. This was after TikTok allowed a post which said, "Come on, everyone, head for JD Sports, wear hoodies and balaclavas. We're going to rob the hell out of the place." And this happened. Now, the police were very brave in this. They waded in, and I think they did a damn good job under difficult circumstances. But if I was a copper today, I'd be absolutely furious with TikTok, and I want the government to throw the book at that lot today. They should not be running a post like that. That should never have been allowed up.
Well, that's a very good point, and perhaps law enforcement will be asking social media platforms, have they got algorithms that can detect this kind of inflammatory and illegal language? I do have to point out that 2 people have been arrested with for conspiracy to rob and to burgle, and it will be very interesting to see if charges are forthcoming today. But like you, Kev, you and I are often swift to criticise the police, rightly so, when they get it wrong. But I think this is a good news story for the Metropolitan Police. They were across the social media post. They swiftly got horses, dogs, officers, all in position yesterday. There were scuffles, there were skirmishes, but there were only 9 arrests at the last count, and I think they did their job admirably yesterday.
That guy, what's his name? Mizzy? What's his name, Alan?
Mizzy, I think.
Mizzy. You know, the one who likes to play pranks. You know, walk into people's houses, steal old ladies' dogs and film it because it's hilarious, according to him. He didn't turn up to court last week, but he did turn up to this event. He said strictly as an observer. He filmed a video himself. Considering he didn't turn up to court last week, why didn't the cops arrest him?
Well, I'm not quite sure whether a warrant was issued for him or not, but I can exclusively reveal this morning that he's called Mizzy because he's mizzing a few brain cells. and that is an exclusive for TalkTV this morning.
And a very good exclusive as well. Yes, I think TikTok have got some serious questions to answer, because when you say about their algorithms, a colleague of mine, the leader of the Reform UK Party, Richard Tice, can confirm you post anything challenging, you know, gender conventions and gender identities. You post anything about that, as he did, they'll take you down and cancel your account just like that, really quickly. That's what happened to him. And yet, if someone posts, and of course it will be an anonymous account, they won't be able to get anyone who posted it, because they'll have done it secretly under a fake name. If you post, "Oh, come on everybody, put your balaclavas on, we're going to rob the hell out of a big shop on Oxford Street," that, according to TikTok, is absolutely fine.
Well, of course it shouldn't be. And there is a very serious point here, because if we wind our minds back to 2011, where we had widespread looting and criminal damage across a number of locations with very serious rioting, that in part was fueled by social media. Now, TikTok wasn't a thing back then, but it just goes to show how swiftly errant youths, lawless thugs, can be mobilised. So law enforcement very much need to be getting across this, because if we had widespread outbreaks of violence, once again, you can absolutely guarantee that the lawbreakers will be using social media platforms to mobilise, to organise, to arrange, and the such.
Yeah, it's a symbol of lawless Britain. Just got to quickly ask you, Peter, this is the front page of the Times here. Met Chief, give us the power to sack rogues. This is Sir Mark Rowley, head of the Met Police. I take that as, well, the police is falling apart at the seams, but it's not my fault. You've got to give me more powers. It is his fault, isn't it?
There's hundreds of police officers in the Met and other forces who are not allowed to engage with the public because they're suspended or they're under investigation. What we need to do is, if they are wrong uns, get rid of them and get good cops in their place, thereby putting good cops out onto the street. So Mark Rowley understands that police officer employment law is very, very different from any other employment
Absolutely,
law.
Peter. Thank you very much for your time. Gotta go.